Hi everybody, it's Sonia, Sonia K Creations. Come on in, we're gonna get started. We're gonna be making a Halloween project, I guess you'd say. I don't make these very often, but my granddaughter loves ghosts, so I thought we would make something. Maybe she'll want to keep it. So come on in, if you're watching on the replay, let me know. And we're gonna get started here in just a minute. I don't think I'm gonna have to do any painting during the live because I did a little bit ahead of time, so come on in. I don't see anybody yet, but we're gonna get started. Oh, there's a few. Oh, there's somebody. Hi, Tammy. Thank you for sprinkling. Make sure you spread the blessings. That means sprinkle. Alex might come in. I don't know. We'll see. His dad's here with him right now. Hi, Ann and Helen. So if you just got on, we're going to be doing, I don't do a lot of Halloween projects, but I don't have a problem with them, but we're going to be making one tonight because my granddaughter loves ghosts. So we're going to do a ghost one. So I'm just going to get started. So I had just a long dowel, and I wish I had a longer one and a little bit skinnier, but this is what I had. So I just cut it into 3. They're all a little bit different size pieces. You can really do it however you want. Hi, Angela. And then we're going to take 3 any kind of balls that you have. These are styrofoam balls, and I'm going to use that just because it's what I have, and it's easy to stick the dowels in there. I'm going to put a little bit of wood glue in each one. I already pressed holes in a couple of them. I don't know if I did it in the third one. Oh, yeah, I did. And then I'll add a little hot glue too. Not much because it tends to melt the styrofoam. So I'm just going to stick those in there and try to get it on there straight and let it stick for a second. Thanks, Karen, for the stars. Hi, Nancy. Let's see, where can I put this so it is there? So just go right there. Add a little more to this one. Or add some hot glue to this one. Hi, Judy. Okay. Oops. That one doesn't seem to be sticking very good. You're not going to see this part anyway. You add a little bit more to this one too. Make sure they stay in there. One more. Okay. That's all right. Hi, Jeanette and Lisa and Marie. All right, so we have 3 sticks with styrofoam heads on them. So then what we're going to do is we're going to, I have some, I just went and got this at Walmart. I didn't have any more white, fabric, but whatever you have. But it was kind of really stark white, and I decided I didn't want it stark white. So I just tea dyed it, but I didn't tea dye it very long. I just made it a little off-white. And I want it fringed, but not quite so much. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure these are good and stuck, and then we're going to take our fabric. And I wasn't sure if I have too much. I might end up cutting some of the fabric off. I'm not sure. I want it to be, I want you to be able to see the stick. You could make it so you don't see the stick, but I like the look of the stick, so I'm just kind of seeing where I want to. The front, I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. If you didn't know, we're making ghosts. So we're going to kind of go like that. But I also want to, at the same time, I bought some cheesecloth, and I also just cut it in some pieces, and I tea dyed it as well. So I got both of these at the fabric department at Walmart. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to put it over the top. and kind of approximate where I want it to go. Then, well, like I said, we might cut it later, but I'm just going to get the neck as tight as I can. You could glue it to the head, but I don't see that's necessary. I'm just going to take a little piece of jute for now. We're going to do something different around the neck, but and take this and just tie it as tight as I can. Okay, so we have like that. Hi everybody. I'm going to cut the extra off here. Alright, so I'll probably definitely cut this a little shorter. And I don't want it to be, you know, perfectly. You could cut it, your fabric round if you wanted it to be perfect on the bottom, but I didn't want it like that, so that's why I didn't cut it like that. I cut it in more like rectangles or square. And I'm probably going to end up cutting a little bit more, but I'm just cutting off these pieces so I can use them if I want to use them. Oops. So that's the start of our ghost, but we're probably going to do it a little bit different. This is called cheesecloth, and I got it from Walmart. I got both the fabric and this at Walmart. I just tea dyed it with some tea bags and some hot water. So that's the start of it. But I think I'm going to cut a little bit of fabric off. It's not quite exactly how I want it to look, but we'll just get them all, you know, that far, and then we'll decide what we want to do with them. I definitely want them shorter in the front, so like I said, these are a little bit shorter ghosts than I kind of wanted, but I didn't have longer. I only had very skinny other skewers, so these are the only skewers I have. And I was hoping to get to Hobby Lobby or somewhere, but I didn't get anywhere, so we're gonna make do with what we have. This this fabric was definitely a little bit too long, so. I've never actually made ghosts before. This is just my first attempt. So we'll see how it turns out. Alright, we'll take some of this. I think one of these smaller pieces will work. That might be too small. Yeah. Let's see. That one might be good. Okay. Yeah, it's cheesecloth, it's called. If you go looking for it, you can find it most anywhere. I want to make my fabric a little less bunchy looking on the top. It's kind of hard, but I don't know. These are kind of short ghosts, but that's all right. Ghosts must come in all different sizes. Okay. that one. We'll cut off the parts that I know is going to be too long, and then we'll come back to it and trim it up or whatever we want to do. Okay, so the second one. Looking cute. They're going to get a lot cuter, I hope. Alright, let's do the last one. I think this one I'm going to have to cut a little bit shorter too. Yeah, just cut this one a little bit. Oops, I got glue on it. Guys do anything fun today? Alex and I did pretty much nothing but hang out at home and work around the house. Tomorrow there's a little girl in our church, and we've gone to her birthday party a lot of times. I think it was in July. Yeah, it was July. But we couldn't go this time, so I told her I would take her on a little outing, so taking her to go do something tomorrow. We're gonna go to lunch, and then I can't say if she's on here. I don't think she is, but she wanted to be surprised. She didn't want me to tell her what we're doing. So we're gonna go do some sort of activities, because tomorrow my husband works from home, so he can stay here with Alex. Not that Alex couldn't go with us, but it'll be better to do it just with her, but that'll be fun. Let's see, is that tight? I can't really tell. And then Friday we have our VBS is starting. We only have it for Friday and Saturday, all day Saturday, and then a program on Sunday. I don't know why I choose to always grab those dull scissors. Oh, much better. Okay, now I'm going to kind of form it so you can kind of see where the front a little bit. All right, that one looks pretty good. Did your daughter and her family get moved in? What were your son-in-law be doing? Yeah, they're already there. They've been there for 2 weeks now, I think. He's still going to be a lawyer, so he's already came back here. This is still a little bit too long, so I'm going to try to cut it. He's already came back here. He's not licensed in Idaho yet, so he's doing work in Washington still, but he's going to get licensed, and he's going to get, oh, did I cut that way too short? Oh gosh, I did. Maybe that's okay. I'll just be short in the back. That's all right. So, yeah, he's going to get licensed in those states. I did cut it kind of short in the back, but that's okay. Maybe I'll make that the front, actually. Because I kind of like, is that the tall one? Actually. Yeah, I like it where it's a little bit shorter. Oh, shoot. Just kind of keep chopping at it till you think it looks cute. They're going to be like farmhouse ghosts, I guess you'd say. I like the way these look so far. Alright, let's look at the last one, how it looks. I think the parts that I thought were going to be the back actually ended up being the fronts, because I like how they're a little bit shorter. Alright, now we're going to put some eyes on these guys. Now I was going to use the I thought it would be cute to use the stick pins like I did in these snowman people. These are like black stick pins, but they're a little bit too small. I didn't like how they looked. I wanted the eyes to be a little bit bigger. So I just took a whole, oh no, I think I lost them all. Where'd they all go? Oh, there they are, okay. I took a hole punch and just any kind of, gosh, I'm dropping everything, black paper, and I just cut out little pieces of paper so you can see that on there. So we're just gonna take those and we're gonna make those our eyes. So we're gonna just take them and glue them where we think it looks cute. Guess I'll use hot glue. It's gonna be hard to do without getting burned. It'd be easier to use the stick pins because they go right into that, but I just didn't like the way it looks, so. I liked a little bit bigger eyes. How cute are those? Hi, Jen. These are turning out cute. Okay, so there's that one. Let's go to this one. Found it's easier to put the glue on the guy and then not on the eye. Put it on the guy, not the eye. I really don't decorate a lot for Halloween, but I think a little bit of Halloween is cute as long as it's not scary. Alright, so we have that guy. Those are cute so far. Alright. Trying to put the littlest amount of glue. Okay. Hi, Joan from Sumner. Okay. So as you can see, they're just very, if you want them totally not looking crazy like mine, which I think was adorable looking, but you can cut a round circle and then it would be more, you know, more normal, but this is how I like them. All right, so then what we're gonna do, these are gonna be, this is probably a pretty fast project actually. So what we did, I wanted to put them on a stand, so I had these ovals, they were wood, just, you know, you can see the wood color, they were just ovals, and my husband put holes in them. I painted them, and then we put holes in them, sanded them. So here's another one, I gotta sand it. So I wanna bring some of that. Actually, we might add some antiquing wax to these just to make them look older. Move my ghost over. Are you guys sprinkling for me? I need to bring Alex on. I had him on yesterday, and or whenever that was, Monday, I guess. And we had so many people watching. But you could use anything for stands. I almost used these like wood slices, but they were a little big. I kind of wanted something a little bit smaller. Thanks, Elizabeth. These kind of split a little bit when my husband drilled them, but it's not going to matter because we're gonna zhuzh up the bottom anyway. There's the base. All right. I think I'm just going to take a little bit of antiquing wax and just add to it, because I like when you have those, when the little bit of the wood is showing, if you add antique wax to it, just kind of gives it, oops, this is new. I don't need that one. Oh wait, is that new? Oh, yeah. It just gives it a older look, kind of. I'm just going to take a baby wipe and kind of go over this, and it kind of, you'll still see those distressed edges, but it'll just be a little more aged looking, I guess you'd say. not quite so white. You could also use spools or the wheels from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, you could, there's so many things you could use for the bases. You could use, like, you can't see them up there. There's like the blocks, like square blocks of wood, like they have at Dollar Tree or anywhere. You could use, oh, sky's the limit really what you could use for a base for it. I just thought these were the best. If I would have had round ones about this size, I probably would have just went with straight round. But I didn't have any. I had some thin ones, but these ones were a little more substantial. I'm hoping they'll actually stand up. I think they will. Okay. Just going to take a piece of extra fabric and then kind of wipe it back a little bit. Dry it a little bit faster. Alright, so we have our 3 bases. I did paint the bottom, but I didn't like wax the bottom. I didn't think that was necessary. Okay, so now I think we will, maybe we'll actually, before we put them in their bases, I think we're going to zhuzh them up just a little bit. We're going to take get some of this dirty stuff off here. We're going to take some, oh, what do you call it? Make them really farmhouse. We're going to add some buffalo check. So I'm just going to take that and tie it around their neck. I think in a bow. We'll see. I think it looks better with a bow. Or just, I think I want a bow. We'll see. I always have a hard time tying the bow and getting the tails to be on the bottom when I'm tying it like this. Actually, I like one tail to go up and one to go down. That's cute. Okay. You just stick yours on a Starbucks glass bottle and add fairy lights inside. Oh, that's a good idea. Whatever you want to do. You can do lots of different things. I've never made ghosts before, so. Okay, so we got one like that. I think that's adorable right there. Do I still have last year's ghosts? Did I make ghosts last year? I can't remember. I haven't got out my stuff, so. Oh, the big ghost that I made. I think I did, but I had to take it kind of apart to store it. So I'll have to try to put it back together. I think yes, I did make a ghost last year. You're right. I forgot about that one. But I've never made little ghosts, I guess I'd say. Totally forgot about that. I'm going to kind of just dovetail the ends. So cute. I already got plans for that, Jana. Okay, add another one. Oops, try that again. I don't like that bow very as much as the other ones. Doesn't want to lay right. Guess it's all right. Okay, so there's the other one. So cute. All right, then we're gonna make, I already made one that says spooky. And so we're gonna take this, where is that? Where'd my paper go? I guess this one will work. I had a bigger piece of paper. Oh, it's right here. We're gonna make one that says boo. I wanted to make one that said October 31st, but I don't have the letter or the numbers, so I couldn't think of anything I had small. I guess I could write it, but I don't really like doing that. So I'm just taking, oh sorry, I'm taking the clickable stamps. Maybe I'll just put October or OCT. But anyway, they're these little stamps that you click them all together, and you maybe I see the C right there. See if I can find the T. We'll do an October one, and I'll do a boo one. Find the T. There it is. Okay. So I got these at, I think I got them at Michael's, but you can get them at lots of different places. Did I already do the boo? Where'd my paper go? Oh, it's right here. Okay. No, I didn't do it yet. Okay. I put ink on it, but I didn't do it yet. So I just made a word boo. We'll cut that one. And then we'll do one that says October, just OCT. You know what that means. I had a 3 and a 1. Oh, I might have a sticker. Well, after we get it all done, we'll see if I have a sticker. Stickers that say October 31st. Or, I don't think I have any that small, though. I don't think so. I'm just cutting them out. They are cute little ghosts, I think. All right, let's put this away. All right, so I just cut them like that, make sure they're dry. And then I'm gonna take some, this is just some hard cardstock, so I'm just kind of making them a little, you know, look older and a little more flowy, I guess you'd say. And I'm gonna take some Distressing ink in the Vintage Photo Color, just kind of go around it. Makes it look older. So there's October. I know it's backwards to you. And the boo I didn't cut out right yet. I'm hoping to give these to my granddaughter if she likes them. So there's the boo. And then I have the spooky somewhere. Right here. Yeah, a little more of this. I put some on, but not very much. Okay. Over there. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our little stands and we're gonna glue these guys in there. Like I said, I wish they were a little bit taller, but they're still gonna be cute. So I'm gonna put a little bit of, what do you call it, wood glue in here. And then some hot glue. My husband cut them all the way through, so. Gotta make sure the glue doesn't just go through the other side and stick to the table. You love that rooster on the shelf? Well, I'm glad. So there's one, and it's a little stand. Did I touch something hot? Somewhere I touched something hot. Oh, maybe it was under there. Okay. They are cute. All right, and then let's do this one. Oops. There we go. Okay, I'm going to cut a little bit more fabric off just so you see the, I just like that you can see that under there a little better. Like I said, it doesn't have to look perfect because it's supposed to look kind of ratty and like it's been haunting the attic, I guess you'd say. That's a little better. They are cute. I think this one's good. I like the way this one looks. So the little hairs, so there's that one. We're still going to do some more to these guys. This one I want to cut a little bit. I like that they all look a little bit different. I mean, not really, but like their fabric looks different. There's that one. Yeah, you could have one, hold a small pumpkin. I think I have pumpkins here. I think I'm going to have them doing something different, but maybe one will hold one. I hadn't decided, but I do have pumpkins we're going to use pumpkins. Before we do that, though, we're going to add their little tags. Decide where we want to. I'm just going to glue them on. Kind of under the tail of their. Gonna have him over here. A little more glue on there. Oh. Hi, Kim. I see Kim's on. I didn't see her, but somebody else said hi to her. All right, then I think we'll put the spooky on the large one. I want you to be able to read what it says, so. I should have made a longer end on this one for sure, so you'd see the S better. They're cute. I want that one to show better. That one could just go straight down. So they all look a little different. Where's the other one? Okay. There's the boo. All right, so that's what we have so far. They'd be cute just like this, but you know, I'm going to keep going. So what I want to do is add something to the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this. I think it's from Hobby Lobby. It's kind of like green Excelsior. I don't know if that's what it's called. Let me see what it says on the package. Wood, yeah, it's Excelsior. It's just green, yeah. I think that's how you say it anyway. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put some around the base. You could use moss, you could use whatever. I just wanted something with a little color, not just the brown moss. I do want some of the space to show because I like the black. Probably should have did this before. Give it a little haircut. Decided he's a little bit too long. I just add a little bit of that. That's cute. And we'll add a little to the other two. What are you guys thinking? You're not saying much. I think I want to add a little bit more to this one. That's gonna work. Up here. I'm glad you guys like them. They are cute. Okay, let's add some to this one. I think I want to cut his a little bit shorter, the back. I just took it all off the back. You think Carter will like them? She probably will. She loves her booze, she calls them. We took her to, when we were up there, we took her to Home Goods, and she loved looking at all the booze at Home Goods. She likes all the stuff. She likes skeletons and everything. Her grandma don't like that. But. Okay. Those are so cute. Alright, so then we're going to add some, I think they just need a pop of color. So we're going to add we're going to add some, I have some of these little pumpkins that you get from Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby in the holiday craft section. And they have some smaller sizes. And then I had just some random other pumpkins. So, but they were a little too bright for me. So I took those ones and I just added some antiquing wax. So they're a little bit dirtier looking, I guess you'd say. So I didn't know how many I wanted. So I just made a few. And then I also had, these are the pumpkins. They were just like some filler, but they're like dried something. So we might use some of those. I don't know. I'm not sure. I just kind of wanted them to sit down like on the bases. We'll do the, maybe they'll hold one. I'm not sure. I want them all just to be a little bit different. I think I'm going to glue, oh, I'm out of glue. Glue one of the dried ones onto this. I think that'll be cute. Probably should have put these before I put the moss down, but you know, that's okay. This one I might put two, or some on each side. I think that just adds just that pop that it needs. You're in awe watching me. Aw, how cute. Does his dress look good? I keep calling them hymns. I guess they're hymns to me. I think that looks really cute. There's that one. So that one's going to be there. I'm trying to see where I want to. Could have one holding one, but I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. I haven't decided. Might just have them all just have some pumpkins around their base. I think that's what I want to do. But you could, I'll show you how you could do that. That's what I did last year with the big one. I'm just going to put this medium-sized one there. I think one looks good on that one. That just makes it adding that pop of color. Gotta decide what I want to do for this last one. Them all to look just a little bit different the way I put the pumpkins. Thanks, guys. These little dried ones are much easier to get to stick than because the other ones are like, I don't know, made with resin or something. They're a little bit heavier, so they don't want to stick as good. There's that one. I love them. They're so cute. I wish you could see it. I want you to be able to see this word spooky a little better, but you can see it in real life. You might not be able to see it on there very well. So there's spooky. And this one just says October. All right, let's set them up. I think that's all I was gonna do with them. This is, what is it? Here's the tall one. You just kind of set them up like that. They're darling, yay. So just put them on a, or you could put them on in different places, but I probably put them up in a set of 3. I can't see them very good on there, so I have to look at them this way. Oh, they're cuter than when I look at them in the thing. Yeah, I like the green Excelsior too. I thought it was just perfect because it just gives a little pop of color. Sometimes I get tired of the brown moss. I like the brown moss, don't get me wrong. But these are cute. I'll put a picture so you guys can see them better because I know it's hard to see them on here. I'll go up close for a minute. You want to see her eyes when I give them to her? Okay, I'll try to take a video. I'm going to see them. Well, I think we're going to see them the first part of October when we go up there for Alex's dental appointment. So I'll probably give them to her then. If I don't see them before then, I might see them before then. I'm not sure. All right, you guys have a great night, and that's all I had for you. And I will see you next time. Bye.